What if I told you that everything that happened in Silent Hill wasn't real? Mostly. After finally completing the original Silent Hill 2 for the first time, I began to think about the different ways the game could be interpreted. This to me is one of the reasons why Silent Hill 2 is such a masterpiece. The game, to me, seems like a mental Rubik's Cube, and it was after the moment I decided to forget the fact that Silent Hill is a franchise and only the second installment existed that I came up with the biggest of all my theories. In Silent Hill 2, Silent Hill is in James' mind. That's right, you heard correctly. It's already common knowledge that James killed his wife Mary, but forgetting that the town of Silent Hill already exists uncovers the fact that you know nothing about this town until you see its locations and residents. You see, James seemed to have weird interactions with every single character he met in the game. When we first met Angela, they were both pretty odd and kept their distance, struggling to make any comfortable eye contact. Eddie was pleading his innocence to James before James even said anything. And Laura was oblivious to the dangers around her and just tried to enjoy herself regardless. What if I also told you that everything that other characters are saying are James's thoughts speaking to James, his subconscious, and the characters are James' sins or emotions even. Angela would be James's depression, anxiety, Eddie would be James's greed, Laura would be James's innocence, Maria would be James's lust or vanity. I interpret Pyramid Head as James's dark and damaged soul which only formed once he killed Mary, and I'd imagine mutated into 2 towards the end as he could have actually been getting worse. Not like these things would end well, to be honest. What about the random monsters, I hear you ask? Well, I interpret them as thoughts. The legs monster would have been small random thoughts of lust, and spitting, struggling monsters would have been small thoughts of gross things like sticking your hand in a shitty toilet. As for the nurses, I think they are James' interpretation of thoughts of deceit. The fog is actually very clear to me. He made his own mind very foggy when he buried the truth about what he really did to Mary. I know the fog was used to sort of save disk space back in the day, but I think the same could be said for locked doors. I reckon that the locked doors are because they're thoughts that James didn't want to entertain, so he doesn't want to open those doors. I mean, it just makes sense to me that crazy people have conversations with themselves, and everything the other characters said against James or to James just sounds like he's criticising himself in different forms. Maria was killed in the end by James's dark and damaged soul because of the realisation of him killing Mary and it being his own fault. Maria being James's lust or vanity, this would mean that he would no longer yearn for pleasure from another or take care of his own appearance or reputation. I thoroughly enjoyed this game. Even though I played it for the first time in all these years, I still quite enjoyed it. The PS2 version still stands up pretty good, and I hope that the remake does it justice. What's your thoughts? Do you have any of your own theories on the original? Let me know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you next time.